Oh, yeah.
We're back. This is This Normal? A podcast that takes your quirks, queries, and questions and determines if they're normal or something completely different. I'm Alyssa Yeoman.
I'm Erin Ingle, and I love to be here with you.
I love to be here with you.
It's so nice. We're in a little cozy nook upstairs in my household.
Yes.
We got the setup. We got our tea, our water.
Yeah, hydrating.
Trying to keep those voices wet.
Yeah, keep them slippery for you. Erin was just telling me a story. We got to talk about this a little bit. Erin used to be an on-air radio host.
Oh yeah, it was college radio, which is basically
you're right.
it's like volunteer work.
It's like yearbook club.
Nobody hired me, or it was somewhat competitive. I definitely took it way too seriously.
Right.
I loved doing radio. I had my like up my own ass college indie rock station that I was like, I'm gonna give a backstory for each one of these artists, as though like the three people that were forced to hear it in the bookstore or whatever were interested in my math rock.
Yeah. They wanted your thoughts on Naked and what was that band, Naked and Famous, or
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's like this is a group. I have worked in a pizza place across the hall from the radio station as well. Right. So this is like the two basement operations on the campus. And I stayed underground.
I love that.
And I went out to like the pizza place one time after I had finished my radio show, and they were like, "That's not how you talk. You're doing a radio voice," and I probably am doing it now.
Right. Yeah. You're like, what are you talking about?
I'm soothing as hell.
Yeah. You can't help it. My voice drops when I do podcasts. One of the biggest, whenever I used to do the roll up, rest in peace to that podcast.
Pour one out.
Pour one out for that one. Layoffs can cancel a podcast, turns out. And I got feedback that my voice is very sensual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you take that?
I love it. I mean, I was like, I feel good about that. I like that I have a low voice. I remember when I was career coaching too, I had someone who was just like,
what? Career coaching?
I know.
You have lived so many lives.
I've lived so many lives. And now I can't get a job to save my life. Ex-career coach. Now, like, I don't know what to do.
Bitter irony.
I know, right? I'm like, jobs suck. That would be my career coaching now. And someone one of my students was just like, I love your voice, and I was like, wow, just I love those compliments. It's like nice to know that you don't have a grating voice, you know.
As I certainly feel that way about myself. Like, if you ever the days when you like heard more voicemail, like heard someone else's voicemail ever,
right?
Or listening to like my own greeting on my voicemail.
Yeah,
that's always troubling.
Has it gotten better for you though since doing comedy? Because now we have to listen to our voice so much. Is it
to a degree? I think it has to a degree for sure. I actually called fellow Seattle comedian Emmett Montgomery the other day before we did our show with him. Yeah, because I had a question for him, and I had forgotten that I am the voice on his voicemail greeting.
So you were like, "Who is this?"
Yeah, I guess after some show that we did years and years ago, I like received a prize, and the prize was that I got to record Emmett's voicemail greeting. And so it was like it just is me saying, "You've reached Emmett Montgomery. He is tough but fair." And then you leave a message. And it really shook me. I was like, what am I doing on the other end of this line?
You're like, have I called myself?
Is this me from the future? And it is me. I'm me from the future now.
Right? You're like, get out of the house. Get out of the house. Is it normal to hate the sound of your own voice? Absolutely.
I think it's like pretty much ubiquitous, right? Some people, although we do like to say, like, I love the figure of speech that somebody loves the sound of their own voice, they're like, oh, that person just never shuts up. They just love to hear themselves talk.
Right.
A very true thing for many people, I think. But
right. I have a friend who's so loud that, a fellow comedian, retired comedian, I don't know, actually, I would say, but just a loud person. And I used to say they have a voice that that you could hear across the room.
A voice only a mother could love.
Yeah, exactly. Just so loud. So it was great. Oh my gosh. Should we hop into our Is This Normals for this episode?
I would love it. Let's hear from the people.
Okay. We got some good ones here today.
And this is a nice spread we've got here. I think a good sampling of humanity, because that's what this show's all about, right? It's just feeling like less alone in your weirdness.
Absolutely.
And if not, then making fun of others. So
yeah, you have that option.
We have just start from the top here. And,
yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll kick it off. Here's a question from a viewer. Is it normal to imagine your children on the first date?
Oof. Date 1, out of the gate, imagining your children with someone else.
This is somebody who's, I mean, you got to assume it's because they're on the hunt for like a mate.
Yeah.
They're
on the hunt for a mate. Exactly. That's what they say. That's what their Hinge profile says. On a hunt for a mate.
Looking to cave up.
Yeah, exactly. Looking to hibernate together. I think this one is a shocker for me, but I think it's a normal thing.
It's probably in the range.
Yeah, it's in the normal range. But for me, I'm like, what? That's intense to imagine your children together on the first date. Maybe I have no imagination, but.
Well, as you're saying that, I'm realizing that like, I don't know if I have a good like imagination for people's faces like that, because if that's what you're picturing, or maybe they're not picturing faces, maybe they're like picturing futures, you know?
Oh, he's a doctor, and now our children will be doctors,
right? Because that's hereditary.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm very good at that. Do you remember the brief but powerful era of like the face mashup apps that you could do with people?
Yes.
I will be honest with you, me and my now husband, who are expecting a child together, we did one of those and came out with the most ratty, terrifying, like grocery clerk looking night stalker that came out of our combined faces. Oh my God. It was the so scary. Yes. It was like a long-haired man with sideburns, and he looked like he was troubled. Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll know what to expect now.
Yeah. So I know maybe worst case scenario.
Right? I did one of those face mashups and I looked exactly like Dr. Dre. It was pretty bad, but it was kind of cool. I was like, okay, all right. They forgot about Dre. You know?
You should never, ever forget about Dre.
Ever.
As we've been warned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it says I don't have a face imagination for faces, but yeah, I think this is a normal thing to do, actually. I think people are, especially... Now I have friends who are older and dating, and it's like you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're looking for someone. So it's a totally different game than like being 20 and imagining.
Yeah, this isn't maybe like an old fashioned fuck about. Like some of our peers are in the like no wasted time like attitude.
Right. As far as shut up, it's time. Yeah,
you better. We're taking a pregnancy test. I am ovulating tonight.
Yeah, like exactly.
How is this gonna go down?
Exactly.
I respect the intensity.
I do too. Someone who knows what they want, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this next one I'll kick off here. Is it normal to kiss your dog on the mouth?
Ooh.
Popular, controversial.
Is it? I mean, I see it. Is it acceptable? I don't know, but it's common.
It's common.
I'm seeing people kiss their dogs on the mouth. Well, you know what? And we've talked about this previously, but
right.
I think the important thing is that the dog is kissing you.
Yes.
And not you kissing
not
the
you
dog.
Going tongue first at your dog.
That is inappropriate.
Yeah.
But if the dog makes the move and you're simply like accepting the lick on the face.
But how do you feel about the people, and I know I've at least seen this maybe in movies, and I assume people do this in real life, but the people who the dog comes in to lick them on the mouth, they open their mouth. Ugh. Let the dog in.
No, I don't like it, Alyssa.
I don't like
it. That I just I had a dog lodger here this last couple days. He's like my dog brother-in-law. He's my mother-in-law's dog.
Okay.
Your
dog-in-law?
My dog-in-law he was here visiting, and he is a real kisser. He will like go right into the face, kiss in the face for sure. But like if you spend any amount of time with a dog, don't you see them like go after doo-doo with their mouths and stuff?
Yeah, they're licking their balls half the time.
And then people are like, oh, their mouths are cleaner than ours. Like, I don't know if I
don't
buy
know
that.
that logic really comes through. Like they're lying on your dirty floor and then cleaning their buttholes.
Yes. And I would not, I wouldn't go ass to mouth that fast,
No.
So, I mean, I'd at least put a little dental care in.
Yeah.
A little mouthwash.
A little something. A little dental chew. I think this is unfortunately a normal thing.
I'd say unfortunately normal as well.
Yeah, devastatingly a normal thing. Because people are doing it.
People are doing it. I'm seeing it all over the place. It's an epidemic.
Yeah, I think people feel also more comfortable. This is me stereotyping small dog owners, but I feel like it's more common, like small dogs. I see people kissing like small dogs on the mouth a little more often because they're a little licky, but their mouths are,
they're not gonna like take off, like they're not gonna like get your whole mouth in their mouth,
right?
And also, I think there's an accessibility factor there because the small dog can like climb up on you,
right?
Versus a big dog. Like they're coming in hot and fast if they're kissing you in the mouth.
Exactly.
So
small dog will sneak up on you.
I'm like, Wiley, you're so silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiss my mouth.
Ugh, it's nasty though. It's nasty.
Yep. Don't think it's not nasty even though you're doing it. I think
it's nasty, but it's normal.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be a common theme in this show.
A new category unlocked.
Nasty but normal. Is this the next one here?
Yeah. Let's see this one.
Okay.
That one for last.
Okay. So some more fabulous content here. Is it normal to hate seeing reading material in other people's bathrooms? You got a book in that bathroom?
Okay, so this is okay. When I first moved into my place, I tried the whole books on the back of the toilet vibe. And then I was just like, they didn't stay there long.
The more you dusted those books that you never touched.
Yeah. And then I was like, ooh, I'm like dusting bathroom dust.
Oh, that's different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's because there's a lot of stuff in the air in a bathroom. There's a lot of stuff in the air.
The moisture from the shower is picking up stuff.
Yeah. Fecal particles in the air. So but I had to move them.
There's a whole industry surrounding this. Like there's like bathroom reader digests. Right. Like it's like 101 poop jokes or like
everybody poops.
I would say that this is not something that the question is whether it's normal to hate seeing it. And I would say that it hadn't occurred to me to hate seeing it because I feel like it's a somewhat common practice. And I'll occasionally crack into that book. That's probably pretty nasty. Yeah.
In a stranger's bathroom.
In a stranger's bathroom?
Or just
in a friend's bathroom.
Okay. In
a friendly bathroom, yes.
Okay.
I don't know about a stranger's bathroom. Maybe depends on the book if I'm enticed or not.
Right.
Like, because you don't know where the hands have been in the reference to the reading of the book, but I'll occasionally crack it open. But also, I mean, who doesn't just have their phone?
Yeah.
Don't you just have your own reading material right there?
Yeah, ready to go and
ready to put those legs to sleep.
Doesn't it disgust you to think about how nasty our phones are?
Oh my God, I never clean that nasty thing.
I on occasion will Lysol wipe my phone down.
Good for you.
Feel like I'm doing something right. But
oof, that just made me really uncomfortable. I touched my face with that.
I know.
I'm looking at it right now and it's looking at me.
My partner's dad, at their house, they have like a robust reading collection in the bathroom.
Really? Like a whole bookshelf?
They have like a little shelf thing. I think they have some on the back of the toilet.
Okay.
And it's a lot of books. It's also kind of a flex, right? Because you're like, wow, I read so much.
You cannot fucking stop me.
The bathroom. Exactly.
And I'm such a voracious reader that
exactly.
I can't be taking a 20-minute poo break.
Right. No days off when it comes to reading. But I think so when I first saw this question, I was like, hate seeing it. That's extreme. But I kind of feel like this is one of those characteristics that I might adopt.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah. And for what reason? Like you said, it's just it's a dust collecting unit. Like so you recently bequeathed me a tray, which is now, it's my bathroom candle tray. So nice. That is sitting in the place of honor where a poo-poo joke book or whatever could be, which would just be holding a candle, but it's holding it's tied the whole bathroom together.
Nice.
It's a real improvement. I get that people like wanna, it's like, I think it's like we need some decor or something, and then it's functional because you could read it if you were pooping, but those days are gone.
Days are gone. This is 2023.
We need to like, just burn that down and start fresh.
Scroll on TikTok while you take a shit like a normal person.
Yes, please. Turn the volume down if you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like me. Watch it on silent. Feel unfulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. Like, try to read the captions fast enough. There you get your reading in.
Try. Yeah, that's a move. I think you're. I'm with you. Like, is it normal to hate seeing it? Like, I have not heard this opinion like expressed before, so I wouldn't necessarily.
That feels special.
It feels special, but it feels right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is just right. Can the category just be like,
this is right. Correct?
Yeah, just
correct behavior.
The way to be.
Life coaching.
Yeah. Thank you for this. Now I'm gonna think about this every time I see books in a bathroom now too. So it's completely incepted me.
It's incepted you?
I don't know if that's the right word, but it sounded smart. I was like, maybe it's just incepted, and I should have left it at that. But it got into my brain. See, I don't read on the toilet. This is the problem.
You don't have like the screenplay for Inception on the back of your toilet?
Yeah, that's actually all I have. That's the only thing.
It is a well-worn copy. With the brads on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Oh. It's got highlights, little page tags.
What role are you playing? Like
exactly.
You're running lines.
You can act the whole thing out, just however long you need.
Brilliant new era. It's a new era for us.
Right.
No more poop reading. None.
It's out.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first. Out in 2023. Books on the bathroom. Okay, this final one. This one. Hopefully this one doesn't, if you're driving, doesn't make you puke in the car. Oh, yeah. This trigger one is warning. Trigger warning. Okay. This one. Is it normal to like saltines dipped in mayonnaise?
Wow.
Damn.
There's a lot.
Just let that wash over you right now.
Let that sit in your mouth for the next half hour, because that is how long it takes to chew a goddamn saltine cracker. And a mayo moistened, and this is the description of dipping it, like
dip. Okay,
all right. I've got a lot of opinions that are pouring out of me that I need to somehow filter, because my first thought is that I was like, is that you don't dip into mayonnaise, but I'm actually full of shit, because I would dip a French fry in mayonnaise.
Okay, well, and mayonnaise or an aioli.
Oh, an aioli.
Yeah, exactly.
I would definitely take an aioli.
Yeah.
Which is a fancy mayonnaise.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different. It's elevated.
But that's like a hot food? I don't know.
That's true. So it kind of like softens.
Okay, rapid fire. What would you dip a saltine in, like in a normal situation? Like a soup. A soup is that?
I can only think of a soup. Actually,
I'd crumble it and I'd put it in the soup. I wouldn't dip it.
Oh, true.
Personally,
just cracking on top to have a nice crispy layer. I
like not even like a hummus, like maybe a hummus or something.
Maybe, but even a saltine and hummus sounds.
It's weird.
Saltines just don't go with
They're
much.
Just not dipping crackers.
They're not. They're sick crackers.
It's like, oh no, I can't put anything down. I can't keep anything down. I need a dry saltine. Mm-hmm. Maybe like a nice square of cheddar on top.
Oh, that's good.
But that's a topping, not a dip.
But I might dip a saltine in a cheese dip, but that might work.
If it could stand up to it, it might just shatter in there.
Just crack it. I'm surprised it's not cracking in the mayo, because mayo is thick.
It can be. It can be viscous.
I don't feel like there's a lot of mayo coming out with that dip. Like you dip it in and then you're going to have to like scoop a little.
You do have to
get the mayo.
Like you're not just going to like touch it. Like sometimes I like take a tortilla chip in a spicy salsa and I'll truly dip it, not a scoop, just a dip.
Right.
You know, just to like get some of the salsa essence, but without having like a big pile of salsa. Now, that is to battle against the like intense flavor of a salsa.
Right.
Mayonnaise does not have it does have an intense flavor, but I don't want to picture like a glob of mayonnaise. Like, no. Because if you're dipping a cracker or a chip, you're getting like, you have the dry side and then you have the like dipped side and you're going dip side into the mouth, crunch, crunch, crunch. I feel like it's unhinged.
It's a little unhinged. I also think about the way your mayo jar must look.
Oh my God, do you think they
dip in the saltines just in the jar?
There's two nasty options. Either you're going cracker into the jar.
Right.
And like maybe getting your little hand jammed in the top, depending on how much
mayo on your fingers.
My knuckle, outside of my knuckles. Okay, horrifying option number 1.
Right.
Horrifying option number 2 is scooping the mayo out and putting it into a separate container so that you can enjoy your saltine dip.
You take the mayo out, put it in a bowl, whip it up like you got something going on. Hell no.
Oh no, those are both so bad.
I think the best thing that pairs with saltines is Sprite.
Oh yeah,
nothing else.
I can see you on the mend right now. You've got color back in your face.
Exactly.
You're like transitioning away from broths to a saltine and a Sprite.
Exactly. I'm not puking anymore. No. That's when you have that. But the mayo option is just the fact. I love the idea of someone putting the mayo in a bowl, making it into like thinking they're doing a decadent snack for the evening. That's like one of those like a stoner. A white trash charcuterie.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, from the people that brought you the charcuterie board and the butter board.
Yeah, exactly.
We bring you the mayo board, but it's just mayo and saltines.
They're like, yeah,
and you're in prison.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't eat this.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's one of those snacks you make when you're high, and you maybe like. You leave it with the high.
Yeah.
Like you leave it behind. You're like, wow, it got dark last night. You know, like I was so high. I just started eating mayos and saltines because I didn't have any Cool Ranch Doritos in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just that desperate for
Man.
something. But this sounds like a regular thing to like
it.
So that's like, this is a rotation. Like you're buying mayo being like, ooh. When I get home, I'm gonna dip some saltines in this.
Or you're making your grocery list. You're like, I'm low on mayo because of last week's bender.
Yeah, low on mayo, low on saltines.
Man, I'm picturing this like you ever see those beautiful memes that say like become ungovernable? That's what I'm seeing with the dipping a saltine in mayonnaise.
You cannot be stopped.
Nothing you can do can hurt me.
Yes. Seriously, this is anarchy. Straight up.
I have like so much concern and respect for this person. This is why I love this show, is learning about that there's someone out there, and probably like many someones.
Right.
I think that's beautiful. It could be they could be walking amongst us.
Right. I mean, someone probably heard this right now and is like, ooh, when I get home, I got some saltines.
I better pick some extra up on the way.
Exactly. They're going to give it a try.
Yeah. And maybe it'll change you. We'd love to hear from you, listeners, if you've tried it and liked it.
Right. If you're converted now.
Yeah. We want to know. Maybe send a pic of your approach.
Right.
Like how much, like what's the mayo density?
Right.
Because this is my one, like maybe an exception to this, and maybe I could work. Maybe I would try. I'm not going to try dipping a saltine in mayonnaise, but I could probably convinced to try a saltine that had a light spread of mayonnaise, just like a little
smear.
Yeah,
just
like a little swipe of it.
I would probably try. I would try that, but I can't even. I can't imagine enjoying it.
Nope.
I mean, I used to have a disgusting snack when I was a kid. This is
reminding me of it.
but I used to like white bread, bananas, mayo.
Okay.
That was a weird snack.
Was it a sandwich or an open face? Okay.
Sandwich, not open face.
So you're doing like little coins of nanner?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's little Chef Yomi in the kitchen
yeah,
all by themselves.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I think it was like one of the weird things my mom ate from being from the South type of thing.
Okay.
But even that, like I look back on that now and I'm like disgusted.
I don't think you could handle that now.
No.
I don't think you've grown soft.
Oh yeah, the stomach. It's been too long. It was too much processed food. Too many Dunkaroos as a kid. I don't know what it was.
I could go. You want to go get Dunkaroos after this?
yeah.
Because I love a peanut butter and nanner.
Okay.
Sando. That's great for me.
Do you even like mayo?
I like mayo. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely like mayo. Goes on my sandwiches for sure.
Okay.
I will eat it with fries. Like I used to, in college, I would go to this like a doner kebab place, and that was the first place I ever had like they had the like squirty bottles of mayonnaise, and they did a squirty squirt ribbon of mayo and a squirty squirt ribbon of ketchup, and I like the first time they did that, I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
Right.
And I was changed forever. But that's like basically fry sauce.
Right.
So. But I know
that's the thing, combining mayo with anything, suddenly you're like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Like if they put some siracha maybe in this mayo, dip some salt.
You could allow it. You'd allow
something like that.
Yeah. And I mean, the mayonnaise is like, it's a mother sauce, right?
It's a mother sauce.
Isn't it? I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass right now. But.
You're talking straight. That was God.
Yeah.
That was on
You
God.
watch a lot of cooking shows. You know this? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's so close to being something. Like it could be a ranch dip. Like if you had your powder ranch or whatever packet handy.
Mayo can be anything, but don't let it just be itself.
No.
With saltines.
It's so lonely.
Exactly.
It's just like a little eggy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as a mayo fan, I will not allow it.
Yeah, this one is definitely special.
It's very special.
Maybe even innovative if people decide to do it.
Yeah. We'll hear. Hopefully, we'll hear back from our listeners, and maybe it's a divisive topic. I'd love it if it was. Maybe there's even like a regional element to it, like you're saying your mayonnaise and banana sandwich. Who knows? I'll tell you. Can I tell you my gross kid snack that I did? Well, I did a lot of gross things, of course, but I had a friend, and we would also. It's also in the bread department. We would basically try to like make garlic knots, but what we would do was just take like a piece of bread, whatever bread we had in the house, and put like butter and like garlic powder on it, roll it into balls in our disgusting little kid hands, and put them in the toaster. Hand processed. Yeah.
Especially with the kid hands.
Yeah.
That really like adds a little extra seasoning in there that you're really not going to get elsewhere.
No, that's artisanal. Yeah.
Y'all probably love it too.
Oh, I would, because and I swear to God, my mom has the same toaster oven still.
Right.
She has this, it's one of the most long-lasting appliances I've ever seen. But
the
little tray of those in the toaster oven, mwah.
That's an innovative kid snack, though.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
A little presentation element to it.
Exactly. You were using garlic powder? I mean, you're getting in the spice cabinet?
Well,
Yeah.
You
All enough to reach?
There's like 2 spices that I enjoyed as a child. I'm sure, maybe beyond salt and pepper. But we also always had this, like, I believe it was like billed as like a Creole seasoning. And that was, I would put that on anything. No, it was a Greek seasoning, maybe. Quote unquote. You got it from whatever local store was. Good memories.
Never touched Greece.
No, never set foot on the place. But their spices, they take me away. They transport my taste buds
straight there.
I want to call it Cavenders or Cavendishes. I'm gonna have to look that up after this.
Yeah.
See if I can find them spices.
Get it back on your shelf. Oh, I think that was a good spread, though. I think this is this has been a great episode. A non-sexual episode, too.
We love that.
Yeah. We're not... we just want to show people these are diverse. We don't want to be like, this is you're only going to come here for freak... I mean, you got some nasty shit this one, but it's not nasty in that way.
Yeah, you don't have to limit yourself when you're thinking about writing into us. You don't have to only be thinking of the bedroom, the boudoir, or the bathroom. the bathwater.
Right. Exactly.
Just whatever
Any
is
room in
burning.
the house, honestly. Any room you
indoors,
could be in.
outdoors, up a tree, in a crick.
In a crick. In the crick.
Wherever these burning questions find you, you can reach us, and you can send us your questions via email.
Yes. Is this normal comedy@gmail.com?
Feels right.
That might be our email. So email that if it doesn't go through.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Might be a correction there, but find us. If you're listening to this, the chances are you probably already know
how to get a hold of us.
Probably via text message.
Yeah, send us a text. We'll take the anonymity away, but we won't read your name on air. But ever, I promise you that. We'll keep it tight. We'll keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yes, and I think that's all for this episode.
It's been a lovely day. Thanks for joining us on Is This Normal? We'll be back in your ears next time.
Yes, like, subscribe, share, do all the things.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.